All right, B's and G's, getting to the end of this. I have Mike Dean's version. That's the Palisades DIPA. Mike has Magnum and the 60-minute, Cyro Palisades, and Citra. 3 ounces for 7 days. And he did half 20 and half 40 on the crystal. He couldn't find his own 30. Mike? All right, here we go. Well, that is a nice looking beer. Let's leave that behind. Although he probably used a bottle gun, but I've got a lot of floaties. I got floaties. No. Yeah, you can. There they are. There's one sitting, going to the bottom. Bloop. Anyway, it's okay. So let's get a good whiff on this Mike Dean. Wow. This one's more tropical fruit, like pineapples, dank, mangoes, and this is really interesting. You know, I do get a little Citra, but I'm getting more like citrus, mangoes, pineapples, really ripe pineapples. It's really powerful on the pineapples, like sweet, overripe pineapples, sweet, overripe mangoes. That's pretty much it. I couldn't resist. I had to go in for the taste. I'm getting a little caramel sweetness, but not much. Well balanced. No off flavors. I get a nice sweetness all the way through. How would I say this? Drizzled, caramel drizzled, overripe pineapples. That's what it's drinking like. It's very pleasant. It's super nice. It's funny because this one has a heavier body, but it dries out on the tongue a little. Oh, that's really nice. It does kind of follow the palate. I'm getting these ripe tropical fruits, kind of a different. It was sort of like one of the other ones I reviewed. I can't remember who, but I had said that it was like an overripe tropical fruit salad. This one's more targeted. That other one was more of a bouquet of like a bunch of aromas. This one's more targeted towards the pineapple and the mangoes, to me. I do like the Cyro Palisades. Looks like he's got here Noble Palisades, 3 ounces at 20 minutes. Oh, Whirlpool. Okay. So he did the cryo in the boil, and then he used regular. Looks like regular Palisades or Noble Palisades in the Whirlpool for 20. Interesting. So this one's not that bitter either, Mike. Real mild bitterness. Kind of follows all the way through like the rest of them have. I think on this one you could, using the cryo hops, I've found that even though the alpha acids calculate your IBUs, it doesn't impart the same way. So you can almost bump that IBU up. If you were to continue to use the cryo hops, just like me, I would bump up probably by a third to almost a half more of the cryo hops. Yeah. I want to try it again, but I'm going to start using some of these hops that I kind of picked out throughout this competition and just rebrew this one with maybe some Crystal 20 only. Use cryo hops, bump it up to like 100, 102, which really won't impart 102 on the palate. It's very crushable. I can see why this one is a real hit for you, Mike, at the house, at the casa. There is floaties in here. It almost looks like chunks of fruit, but I'm sure it's hop residue. Probably just the bottle I got. I didn't hear. I don't think anybody said anything about. Although Mike, I don't think I've only seen one review of yours so far. But I don't think they mentioned it. But who knows? I watched so many of them. They're all blending together. But this one does, and I don't know, it doesn't really show that well, but this one really does have a lot of particulate floating around in there. Doesn't bother me any. In fact, I don't even feel it on the tongue when I'm drinking it. So silky mouthfeel, a little drying on the tongue. Somebody's here. And aroma and the palate kind of follow pretty good all the way to the end, with just maybe a little bit of like citrus rind, pine-ish kind of thing following up with that rough tongue feeling on the end. That's it. That's pretty much it. Just recap: dank mangoes, dank pineapples, drizzled with caramel. That's kind of what I'm getting here. It just goes to show you, you can brew the same base recipe and change one thing and the whole beer changes. So anyway, Mike Dean, thank you. You are the creator of this hop experiment, and thank you for having me be a part of it. Cheers, Mike. I'm gonna crush this and get on the last one. Cheers.